I have no doubt myself that each one of you properly relating to your teachers who serve under you, you can change the destiny of this nation. And please take up the challenge. You can change the destiny for this country for good. There are people masquerading as reformers in our country today. I use the word masquerading very carefully, because they are not. People will have been associated mega scams and they have not acquitted themselves. You have heard of things like Triton, big time stealing. The maize scam, which is Kenyans, Mungu ametupatia maarifa ajabu. We are very good at forgetting. We have even forgotten that billions were stolen through the maize scam. Yeah? And you hear people saying, reformers. We want to lift in law. There's a doctrine which literally ends up telling you that you have to lift a veil. If you pretend you are a reformer, we lift the veil and look at you straight. And you find there are masqueraders in this country. And these masqueraders should never be given the opportunity to mislead this country. The reason I took instructions from President Kibaki to lead in an effort to restore the dignity and the respect of this country was because, first of all, I believed in it. If there's one thing I believe in, it is the fact this is a sovereign, independent nation. A country that deserves the right of place in the community of nations. A country that fought, shed so much blood to become free. If our forefathers, General Mariama, is it Mariama and others, if they were to wake up today and see what you're trying to do, to sell off lock, stock, and barrel, our inheritance, they would wonder why they had to shed that blood. Therefore, even if I end losing, and I'll have ended up restoring the dignity of Kenya, I don't mind going to retire at home and be a free Kenyan. And the issue here is not about losing or winning. Therefore, Kenyans now are able to see a little clearly. That's how I said, by March next year, mutacheka jameni. Because can you imagine any leader worth his salt standing on top of Mount Kenya or wherever they want to stand and say, get out of here, get out of here, kila mtu abebe msalaba wake. Just because you want to gain political mileage. Well, I'm very saddened, and I'm happy that I'm talking to leaders today, so I can speak my mind, so that from here you give this message to your teachers wherever they are. And I know every teacher has a friend in Central Province, a friend in the Rift Valley, a friend in Northeastern Province, a friend in the Coast Province, a friend in each of our provinces. Let this message go from teachers. Say the time to restore Kenya's dignity is now. Just for the record, the deferral bid did not fail. Just for the record. Because how could it have failed when the whole of Africa stood together with Kenya and passed a unanimous resolution to say that the deferral case for Kenya is meritorious, and that therefore gave the assignment to the Commission Secretariat led by Chairman Jinping, a former colleague as Minister for Foreign Affairs of his country, Gabon, and others, to make sure that this resolution is carried at the UN Security Council. How can it fail, even when it was not even formally presented? Because it wasn't. What happened in New York were informal consultations. And we can, for instance, choose to go the full hog and table it, get 9 votes, because out of 15 you're supposed to get 9 votes, and even of the big powers the P5, wants to veto. I would personally want to see such a country vetoing. Because, for instance, you might find some of them are not even members of the ICC, and they want to veto a decision regarding an organization they do not believe in. When America refused to join the ICC, they say they did not believe the International Criminal Court had the capacity to try any American citizen. That is America. And in fact, at some stage, they are saying, they are telling us to, when they realized we became members of ICC, they wanted to negotiate with us so that we can exempt them from the provisions of Article 98 of the Rome Statute. That is the ICC. That is a law that establishes the International Criminal Court. That they are not members, but they want us to exempt them so that if the American soldiers fighting and committing atrocities anywhere in the world, they would never ever be taken to the International Criminal Court. That is America. They wield a veto power.